Very good morning, beta. Okay, chaliye, let us start the class and let us start with the session. And today we will going to start with this particular article. In this particular article, you can see there is a small pond. So why this particular small pond is very important? Because recently we have achieved. Let us start the class and let us start with the session. Recently we have achieved the target, one of the target, that is Amrit Sarovar. So to mark the 75th anniversary of India independence, we have in 2020-22 we have actually initiated a plan that under which we will going to create a lot of small ponds or sarovar. But now we have targeted that particular stuff, and in 2023 and 2024 we have actually started its 2.0, so that more and more ponds can be created if in future there is a problem of water scarcity. Very good morning, Kajal beta. If there is a problem of water scarcity, then we can actually counter that particular problem of water scarcity or drought like situation in any XYZ village. So that's why under this particular initiative, that is Amrit Sarovar, we are trying to develop lot of ponds in majority of the districts of basically India, so that in future if there is any kind of situation related to drought or basically water scarcity, then people can have access of basically water from this region. So this is one of the kind of a very good initiative which has been started for the future perspective. Plus it is said that the individual will going to plant a trees of neem, people, banyan, so that from future point of view यहाँ पे एक अच्छा एक carbon sink भी बन सके, यानी कि this area can also work as a good carbon sink. So this is one of the important initiative which has been started, and now we are moving ahead. So government recently informed that over 68,000 ponds have been created under Amrit Sarovar mission. So UPSC can ask you about Amrit Sarovar mission, and if UPSC asks you in means perspective also, ki what are the initiative we can take, like they can ask you about the problem of drought or basically the problem of water scarcity, and then they can ask you what are the challenges and what could be the way forward or measures. So or what are the initiatives. So this is one of the initiative which has been taken, which has been started in April, that is 2022, on your basically National Panchayati Raj Day, and from there they have said that ki in every particular districts of village we will going to construct these sarovar, and which will come under the plan that is Amrit Sarovar. Now the one more thing, not only single ministries involved in this particular initiative, there are a lot of ministries which are actually part of this initiative. So from paper point of view, it is very important that you should remember, or you should basically know all the particular ministries which are involved. So what are the ministries which are actually involved in this? That is Ministry of Rural and Development, then collaboration with ministries and department, not only ministries but there are departments also, that is Department of Public Works and Railways also working with this. So Ministry of Jal Shakti, Ministry of Culture, Ministry of Panchayati Raj, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and Department of Public Works, Railway and other state and UT agencies. So these are the nodal ministries and departments which are working under this particular initiative. So earlier it was to mark the 75th anniversary of independence, that is Amrit Mahotsav. Now the target has been extended, now it is like 2.0. So we are actually planning to exceed, we are planning to develop more and more ponds like this, Amrit Sarovar like this, in the all particular, cover all the districts of India including your UTs and basically your state area. So what is the aim? Is to develop and rejuvenate. Now one more thing, the aim is not only to develop, but aim is also to create, jo already they are existing. In our UP there is like in my village like Banaras mein, we called it as a pokhara. So बहुत से like school time, when actually when in childhood we used to visit our hometown, so वहाँ पे there was used to be a temple, and temple के बाहर this pond was there. So like all the small kids at that time, they used to jump in that particular pokhara and they used to swim, and lot of things were actually, it was a kind of a, for us it was a picnic spot, and for them it was a place जहाँ पे वो अपने गाय भैंसों को नहलाते थे, जहाँ वो खुद enjoy करते थे. So that was known as pokhara. So same different kind of in a different language, but the point is that yes, they are trying to actually create more and more these kind of ponds, and they are also trying to rejuvenate the ponds which have been dried, because from past few years that particular pond which we used to visit our home place actually has been dried, but now it has been properly cemented and properly एक तरीके से बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब it's in short it has been organized very beautifully. So that is the point. It is also part of your Amrit Sarovar. So this is very important initiative from the future perspective, which was started to develop and rejuvenate 75 water bodies in each district. So this is how it has been started, but now we have started with 2.0, and that is important from examination point of view. Now, what are the salient features? So, every Amrit Mahotsav should be an area of your basically 1 acre ka area. On an average, the pond area will be 1 acre and holding capacity of 10,000 cubic meter. In short, basic water needs and basic agriculture needs can be fulfilled from these sarovar. And every Amrit Sarovar which we have discussed, that should be surrounded with the trees of what? Neem, peepal, banyan. So, this is basically the major point, major thing which is important, and this particular thing will be used for the livelihood. Basic purposes, basic irrigational purposes, lot of irrigation need to can't be fulfilled, but from the chota mota use of the particular from the village perspective, fisheries, duckery, from this perspective it can be an effective, or it is a very effective tool for in these particular villages, and highly which are, and specifically the villages which are highly prone to this water scarcity problem. Now the next thing, approved by whom? So the Gram Sabhas will approve this, and proper your Panchayat Pratinidhi will be established, and individual will be nominated who will going to look after the caring and the nurturing of this particular Amrit Sarovar. So these are the important features which you will see related to Amrit Sarovar, and this is one of the very positive initiative which you will see which has been started. Now we are turning it to be 2.0. Now this is the carpet industry. Now, like I'm talking about my particular area, hometown, that is Banaras, and Banaras se hi thodi dur pe there is a particular district that is known as Bhadohi. Bhadohi is something which is connecting, which is sharing border with basically this side with Banaras also and Mirzapur also. So there was a time ki the Gunda culture or the Gunda Raj, the Katta culture was very famous in this region as well. But from the very starting, this Mirzapur and this Bhadohi and Banaras wala region was not only famous for the Katta and different stuff, but Banaras has its own speciality. Mirzapur is famous for the Chunar. Katta culture was there, but the Chunar, the particular minerals which are found there, and Bhadohi is known for carpet industry. And Bhadohi is not only important carpet industry from India, but yes, it is very important industry from the worldwide perspective also, because India is one of the major exporter of carpet to the world. Majority of the major country, and US is one of the major destination where you will see we are exporting our particular carpets from Bhadohi. But now the problem is that because of the issue between India and USA, आर पर्टिकुलर जो भदोही के जो कारपेंटर्स हैं, वो कारपेट्स जो क्रिएट होती हैं ना, द पर्टिकुलर वीवर्स, दे आर एक्चुअली सफरिंग बिकॉज ऑफ द 50% tariff. Now this carpet is also important because this has been given GI tag also. So the importance is very good, and it is very like when you visit that, like in future if you get any if you get time or if you like get opportunity to visit that area, you will see these carpets jo in urban areas they used to sell at 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. They are selling just at the cost of 800 to 1,200, and very beautiful carpets they are actually selling. So in every, like on the highways you can see people are sitting with the carpets. So jaise ki in different highways people are sitting with fruits, vegetables and peda, in Mirzapur and Bhadohi wala belt you will see ki majority of the carpet weavers are sitting on the roads and highways, and they are selling the carpets, and people are standing there and buying these particular stuff. But the problem currently is that the tariff which has been actually impacted them. So Bhadohi handmade carpet industry, contributing over 60% of the India's carpet export, is facing a severe crisis due to US imposing 50% tariff on Indian goods, leading to order cancellation, production cuts and job losses. Now this is also the concern of the job loss. Why? Because on an average 50 to 60%, I will say more than that, 60 to 70% of the artisans actually of the Bhadohi, and specifically women, they are actually part of this particular industry. But because of this cancellation and because of this tariff, lot of people are actually unemployed, and there is no alternate solution currently government is working on. So this is also one of the concern. But what is the historical aspect? Let us see first the historical aspect and then the current perspective. So this was actually started by your Mughals in India. So Akbar was one of the prominent phase in the Mughal Empire who believed that he has initiated this particular carpet making in India, and originally it was not from India. So the people from the Persian area, they have actually the one who carried this legacy to India, and after some time the Persian and the original indigenous people ka karigari was mixed, and after that this unique particular carpet design of Bhadohi and has came into the picture. But in Indian perspective, when we talk about the carpet, Mughal is one of the prominent particular dynasty which is believed that who has introduced this carpet culture, and Akbar is one of the particular individual who believe that he promoted this particular industry of your Mirzapur, sharing border with Mirzapur and Banaras, and this Bhadohi also known as carpet city of India. So that is also very important because it is known as carpet city of India. Plus Bhadohi is also promoted under one district one product. So this is the initiative. The one district one product is an initiative which has been started first by the UP government. So there are 75 districts which are present in basically UP, and the UP government said that we will going to promote each like one product from every district in pehle domestically and then nationally and then internationally. Then after this one district one product, UP government has realized and the center has realized that this is a very effective plan, and majority of the UP districts they are getting benefit from this one district one product. And after that this one district one product has been implemented on the national level. After that every particular individual state of country they have started promoting one product from every district, so that domestically and internationally the production and the value of that products will increase. So that's why after one district one product, this Bhadohi carpet has get lot of particular exposure. Specifically USA was the major market, but after this they are suffering a lot. So what are the key products which are used? Hand knotted wool, your tuft wool, silk, cotton, jute, these are the particular products which are used under this particular making of the carpet. Largest hand knotted carpet weaving cluster of South Asia. So Bhadohi is the largest hand knotted carpet weaving cluster in South Asia. That is very important, and it over 75 to 80% of the Indian carpet export it is actually working for. So this is very important data which you have to see. Now historical aspect which we have already discussed, it has been started with Mughal Emperor Akbar 16th century, who brought with the Persian artisans to the India. So it's a mixture of Persian design and the Mughal and the indigenous people, out of which you can see the floral designs which you can see the carpets is actually mixture of Persian and Indian geometrical tribal patterns and Indo-Tibetan and contemporary modern design. This is all the mixture of your Persian and basically Mughal and the indigenous people ka mixture. Now why this is important? Because when you see your particular mains paper, majority of the time the first or the second question is from the art and culture, and they have asked about Indo-Greek effect on the paintings and the culture of the India. Then they have asked about the Persian and the Mughal mixture effect in art and culture and the people of India. So such questions are actually part of mains, because mains may they are not asking questions specifically from your medieval history, but they are asking questions with relevance to art and culture, with relevance to ancient India. So that's why this particular area becomes important from your mains perspective also, and prelims art and culture perspective, ki what was the Persian motifs and how the Indian products and services were actually inspired by the Persian stuff. So this is important. So carpet industry. Now what are the techniques which are the key features of this particular carpet industry? Obviously in the very starting you have saw these are the handmade. So properly still the indigenous and the Purana method, old methods are used. That's why they are so unique. Proper individual is giving your month like 15, 20 or 25 days just to construct one small carpet. This is the beauty of this industry. That is also one of the problem for India. Why? Because we are still majority of the carpet industry industry is dependent on the handmade system. That is also one of the indigenous thing, that is very beautiful thing कि इतनी ज़्यादा मेहनत लगती है and people are working, but this is also the problem because our competitors, they have made machine, and from machine in one day they can create a lack of carpets. So as compared to them, our market is also getting lost. So what are the key features? They are actually made from the handmade techniques. On an average 2.3 lakh people, 3.2 lakh people are getting household, they are getting job, and women are in the major scale. There are more than 2000 registered exporters of basically, which are registered exporter in Bhadohi. That means they are exporting internationally also. Global reach, it is sent to USA. USA is the major center. UK, EU, UAE, that is South, UAE हो गया, दुबई हो गया, मतलब UAE का part, that is Dubai, then Japan and some of the European countries. These are the prominent places for Bhadohi exporters. But the major concern is that on an average 58.6% of the exports of carpet is done to USA. So just imagine 58.68%, 58.6 approx the percentage of the people, they have been affected by this tariff which has been imposed by USA. So we were talking about fishery sector, we were talking about the diamond sector, gems and jewelry sector, but the point is that this sector is also suffering because of this export system. So it's high time that we should work on the particular relationships with USA. In this current perspective, we can't say that कि नहीं हो रहा है. We can't matlab, yes, we don't have to kneel down in front of USA, but yes, we have to maintain relationship. We have to improve the situation as soon as possible, because we are not in a position like China. A majority of the Indian people, they are suffering, and it can lead to tension in that particular areas, because this area is also, there was a time when this area was also highly prone to this Gunda Raj. And why the Gunda Raj has prevailed in this region? Because lack of opportunity. So people find कि kidnapping कर लो पैसा मिल जाएगा, extortion कर लो तो पैसा मिल जाएगा. This was a culture which has been generated because of your unemployment and less education. But now majority of the people have been involved in this region in these services. So if again opportunities will going to be taken from this region, then chances are there ki again these kind of things which are already present in this region, that can also increase from the future point of view. So that's why improving this situation is very important in the current perspective. Now it has been given GI tag also in 2010, that is also important. Now what is the significance? As we have discussed, on an average 58.6% of the USA market is actually captured by Bhadohi. More than 17,000 plus crore ka export we are doing annually. So that's why just imagine this much loss has been faced by the individual carpenters of your Bhadohi. This is the problem. More than 20 lakh people has actually directly and indirectly dependent on this particular sector of carpet industry. So they will be going to be affected. So this is the positive stuff also, कि this much is the positive point of the carpet industry. But the negative point is that कि अगर आप ये सोचोगे कि यही सारी चीज़ें will going to be affected. So this is the significance also, and this is the concern also. Plus it is also preserving the old age technology of our weaving technique and weaving culture. Now Banarsi sarees are very famous, and like you might have also heard about it. There was a time when they used to make sarees with your silver wires and gold wires, like real gold and silver wires, and the cost of those sarees were 112233 lakhs. 5 lakhs. This was the cost of those sarees at that time when it was built. As my grandfather was actually part of this industry, so I am aware of lot of things. But today when we talk about the Banarsi sarees were not only beautiful because of the karigari. Banarsi sarees was also beautiful. Why? Because they were actually made like a carpet technique. So this was the beauty of the particular making of the Banarsi sarees. But now when you will see the factories of Banarsi sarees, you will see कि majority of the sarees, like 70-80% of the Banarsi sarees, first of all, they are not made in Banaras. They are made in some village of MPs or some village of extreme villages of basically Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, from where they are constructing Banarsi sarees in the machines, and then they are sending it to Banaras, and it is said that it's a Banarsi sarees. Because the indigenous people who are still actually in this field or still in this business of Banarsi sarees, still they are using that particular machine, handmade wala particular technique. But when we compare the prices of both the sarees, the price of that sarees is quite high, because it's need time, lot of particular karigari or lot of effort has been put in that as compared to the machine one. So prices prices are very high, because of which people prefer buying the machine sari as compared to the handmade sari which has been created by the indigenous people of Banaras. So this is also the concern, because of the machinery, Banarsis and majority of the famous saris and kapda of any XYZ place is not something which is made in their own region. They are exported from the other state, but the particular technique and the thing has been told to them कि हाँ ये pattern है, this is the pattern of Banarsi sari or Patola sari, you have to create and send it to this particular state. So this is also the dhandalebazi you will see which is going on. But yes, we are talking here about the system. So yes, this is what the effect which you can see after the tariff effect we can see now. This is also one of the important initiative which you will see. Prime Minister has inaugurated in Manipur, your Mizoram, the particular highways, which is one of the fourth or fifth particular, third or fourth kind of a bridge which will going to connect, which is connecting the northeast capital. Okay, so this is very important particular initiative or the bridge which has been inaugurated by your Prime Minister. So Prime Minister of India inaugurated Berabi-Serang railway line, giving Mizoram's capital Aizawl direct rail connectivity for the first time. So this is also which we have discussed earlier also. This is the first time when you will see कि Mizoram capital has been connected, like Mizoram state capital has been connected to this part of the world. Varna majority of the trains and services were stopped or were till only Assam. Very few, like after Assam you have to go by road or you have to search for the alternative options. But yes, this is one of the positive initiative. Now this is also one of the initiative which will going to boost India's Act East policy. Why Act East policy? Because to connect with your northeast we were using Bangladesh and Myanmar. But currently the position of Bangladesh and Myanmar is not that stable. So there are no proper governments which are present in Bangladesh and your Myanmar. So whom you will going to contact for this particular trade? So that's why we are developing in the northeast region, so that we can actually, in the current scenario, we have to less depend on countries like your Bangladesh and your Myanmar for trading or to basically supply majority of the products and services to our people, which we are actually exporting them from via your क्या बोलते हैं Kaladan multimodal project or via your basically Myanmar. So this is also one of the particular factor why we are constructing lot of rail and road bridges in this particular area. Specifically lot of construction is going on in Assam, and now you can see the northeast part of the India. Why? Because we also want to enrich, we want to basically reduce our by seeing the current political situation of the Bangladesh and Myanmar, we want to reduce the dependency on these particular state, and in future perspective we want to actually increase, we want to connect your Southeast Asia from this particular territory, because Northeast is considered as gateway towards Southeast Asia. So this is also one of the important factor which you will see. So now Berabi-Sairang railway line. It's a 38-kilometer border gauge railway line connecting Berabi, that is railhead of the Assam border, to Serang, that is near your Aizawl. So this is very important particular initiative. It is part of your, obviously it is developed under Act East policy. So if UPSC asks you like prelims perspective maybe, then it's also important, and from mains perspective also this is one of the initiative. If UPSC asks you how India is working forward to connect with Northeast and via Northeast to Southeast Asia, then this is one of the example which you will use. Always try to use current example, always try to use recent example, because it will going to enrich the quality of your answers. Project sanction under Indian Railway Vision, which was started in 2020, but now finally we have actually inaugurated this particular initiative. Now how it will going to boost, how it will going to help? So first of all, it will going to boost economy, it will going to boost trade with this region, plus it will also help us particular country, Central India and other part of the country, to curb insurgency in this region. If development will reach this place, opportunities will reach this place, and because of which reaching of the opportunity and development, majority of the people will get employment, and because of the employment chances are very less, that the youngsters and the people will involve in the problems or in the forces or in the radicalization groups like your insurgency of northeast. So this is also seen as one of the positive initiative, not from the trade perspective, not only from the employment perspective, but this will also going to help us to curb the problem of insurgency in northeast. Now one more thing, obviously it will also going to promote tourism. When we talk about northeast, northeast is a very beautiful place, but northeast ka whenever we say northeast, the first state which comes in my mind, or it's only like majority of the people, they think Assam is only the particular place, but there are a lot of particular states, a lot of beautiful places which are present in northeast which is still unexplored, because of which the people of northeast, despite having such a beautiful scenery and geography and your tourism spots, still they are suffering from the economic problem. So that's why to reduce the effects on the Himalayan and Himachal region also, we are trying to promote northeast tourism, so that कि कुछ वक्त के लिए उत्तराखंड और हिमाचल पे जो टूरिज्म की वजह से एंड बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रेजेंस ऑफ द पीपल एंड कंस्ट्रक्शन एंड डेवलपमेंट जो नुकसान हो रहा है वो थोड़ा सा कम हो, एंड पीपल देयर स्विच देयर प्लेसेस सो दैट वी कैन वर्क हियर इन दिस रीजन, दैट इज इन उत्तराखंड एंड Himachal. So this is also one of the positive side you can see of this particular railway construction which has been done, and under this we under your northeast vision plan and under this particular Act East policy to connect to southeast via northeast, this particular railway bridge will going to enhance or will work as a catalyst in that particular initiative or plan. So this is the significance. It will going to promote the regional integration, it will help in the economic perspective, or it will going to also provide them proper health care, it will also going to provide better services and opportunities, and vice versa. If people from this region, they also come to this part of the country for the better opportunities and development, they can also have the direct access. Plus if people from this side, they want to trade and invest in this region, we can also reach in this particular area. So it's a vice versa process, but majorly we are seeing this particular plan or the point also in the dual purpose to actually increase the development in this region, and also to via this region to increase the development and relationship with the Southeast Asian countries. So this is the second important aspect which you will see of development with these particular area. Now the next article. These are the sand dunes looking very beautiful. So now this is present near your Andhra Pradesh. So they have the Andhra Pradesh government and the authorities, they have asked to join this particular area in basically to give this particular beauty as a status of UNESCO tentative site. So Iramati Debalu. So this is known as Iramati Debalu, a particular location. Red sand dunes near Visakhapatnam and the Tirumala hills in Andhra Pradesh have been included in UNESCO tentative list of World Natural Heritage Site. So this is very important news from this perspective, because sand dunes is important. From geography perspective, sand dunes क्या होता है वो important है. Art and culture perspective, what is UNESCO and it is important. Geography perspective से Tirumala hills become important and the area of Andhra Pradesh becomes very important. So 2 to 3 things which you will see. First of all, UNESCO tentative sites. What is UNESCO tentative sites? This is the particular status which we are giving to any particular site so that preservation could be done. अब होता क्या है, it is a natural particular site which is promoting cultural or which is promoting the environmental beauty, that is basically given the status of UNESCO tentative list, or which has been included in UNESCO tentative list. And how the sites are added. First of all, the individual have before the like let's say next year 2020 let's say 6 May, the registration process, the final decision process will start, which of the following sites will be included in this tentative list. So in 2025, recently I will send the list. So prior 1 year, individual or the authorities, they have to send the list of the particular areas whom they want to enlist or whom they want to be entered in UNESCO list. Number 1. Number 2, it should be having an outstanding quality. Natural beauty, normal beauty will not make it to be entered in UNESCO ka tentative list. It should be having having outstanding value and beauty. That is the second criteria which should be fulfilled. So number 1, countries submitted tentative list to the World Heritage Center. Site must be demonstrate outstanding universal value, that is OUV, and list must be submitted 1 year before the official nomination, and obviously once it will be nominated after every 10 years. Like GI tag. GI tag is just carpet has been given GI tag in 2010. That doesn't mean it will be for the lifetime. After every 10 years they have to revise this GI tag. Same. UNESCO tentative list is not a permanent list. Like after every 10 years you have to again and again revise that particular list. So this is the criteria how you are giving particular status a UNESCO tentative list. And in March 2025, 5 more Indian sites has been added in this UNESCO tentative site. So now it's your homework. You have to basically do work as a homework. Which of the following sites has been included in UNESCO tentative sites in March? And now what is the number of India's sites or India places which is actually part of this UNESCO tentative list? So this is your homework. You have to mention. You have to study or you have to do as a homework. Now the second part. Iramati Debalu. So Iramati Debalu are the red sand dunes which are present in Visakhapatnam. So it's present between your Bhimunipatnam's port and your Visakhapatnam city. So it is located somewhere between that. But the locations is as important as what is the appearance, what are the geographical features. So basically sand dunes are like wo jo sand dunes majorly form hota hai deposition ki wajah se, when mitti, like when your soil or dhool comes and it actually start depositing and layer by layer it forms like a sand dunes. Sand dunes is majorly important from desert perspective also. You will see about the sand dunes and types and the shapes of sand dunes in geography, physical geography also. But these kind of sand dune, red sand dune features are also found in the, majorly sand dunes are associated with desert, but in the other parts also they have other unique features you will see. So it's a unique coastal red sand dunes. That means if it's a red sand dunes, that chances are very high. That's why it is present in the laterite soil. Plus the second thing why this particular red is present because of the that means ki if red soil is there, that means oxidation बहुत ज़्यादा हो रही है. So iron oxides are present. So this is the कोई भी जगह पे majority of the red होना किसी भी area का, that means oxidation is taking place at a very higher scale and iron oxides are present in this region. So unique coastal red sand dunes formed over when 18,000 से 20,000 साल पहले, you will see they have been formed in this region. So unique coastal red sand dunes formed over 18,000 to 2,000 years ago and it is spread around 20 square kilometer area. Why they are red? Because of the red laterite soil which we have discussed, because of the rich in iron oxide. So these are the features and it is formed by wind and fluvial, that is river process, which we have discussed कि continuously movement of wind and जब मिट्टी आके इकट्ठा होती रहती है. So because of this particular sand dune structures they actually establish. So this is the qualities or the geological features of your Iramati Debalu. So if UPSC asks you Iramati Debalu recently seen in news, if it presents where? It present in Andhra Pradesh. वैसे तो direct questions will not be asked, but statement based question can be asked from this region and they can ask you the above particular following paragraph or the above statement is talking about which particular site or which particular list. So these questions can be asked because there was a time when UPSC asked you to have started questions like this. They were giving a particular para in GS ka paper which was actually about some national park or some animal or some XYZ place, and after giving that particular paragraph of 8 to 10 lines they were asking niche the above given paragraph or the qualities is talking about which place, which animal or which national park. So these kind of question might be repeated in future as well. So you should be aware of the particular key features of this particular Iramati Debalu. So composed of sand, silt, we have already discussed this, clay, distinguished reddish color because of the natural oxidation which we have discussed. Only 2 other such sites exist globally. One is in Sri Lanka and in Tamil Nadu. Another one is Tamil Nadu. This is very important because there are very rare kind of these structures can be seen in the world. Only 2 other such sites which can be seen, that is in Sri Lanka and your Tamil Nadu. This is very important point. ठीक. चलिए, now let us move to the another article now. Very tempting and very soothing. This is your Amritsari kulcha. Now, why we are talking about this food cuisine, why we are talking about this yummy particular thing? A majority of the Delhi people and majority of the Punjabis, they are actually fond of this particular Amritsari kulcha, stuffed with a lot of aloo, that is potato, and stuffed with lot of cream, ghee, matlab very enriched with the trans fat. But yes, this is the particularly Amritsari kulcha, which is majorly actually consumed in part like in your Punjab and basically your Delhi. Now, why this particular article is important? Because the your Punjab food department has asked to add this Amritsari kulcha, basically to give this Amritsari kulcha a GI tag. So GI tag is important for us. So from that perspective, this becomes important, क्योंकि अमृतसरी कुलचा को आपने बोला कि भाई साहब ये बहुत खूबसूरत है, बहुत यमी है, and we need GI tag for this Amritsari kulcha. So Amritsari kulcha will get your GI tag. They are asking for GI tag, still not process is complete, but Punjab's food processing department is seeking a GI tag for the iconic Amritsari kulcha. So why it is known as Amritsari kulcha? Because it is believed that it was originated in basically Amritsar, and Amritsar is one of the prominent place where it has been started, because of which the name has been given it as Amritsari kulcha. Now, the history is very purana, more than it is say that कि 200 साल पहले, it has been traces back in 200 years back in basically your Amritsar. That's why it is known as your basically Amritsari kulcha. Now, these food cuisines also is also one of the part of our history, because samosa, which is very famous in our Indian culture, it is actually it is not originated in India. It was actually we have taken from Afghanistan. So Afghanistan is one of the founders of samosa, and we have modified that samosa according to the India. So that is actually, that's why samosa is also one of the common factor between India and Afghanistan relationship. The lot of tandoori rotis and naan and khameri roti, which is part of our, whenever we used to visit any restaurants and we ask North Indian restaurants, we ask for khameri roti, we ask for tandoori naan, we ask for tandoori like roti. That is actually not which was originally initiated in India. These are the cuisines which are very prominent in Central Asian and Persian region. So they are the one who are the initiators of these particular khameri rotis, samosas and naan, and we have adopted it because of the movement, because of they have started capturing our region, they have attacked our region, because of which they settled here. From that thing, these things, that particular, because of the capturing and this process of history, you can see the cuisine, the changes in the cuisine of the India. So we have a lot of historical aspect involved in this particular thing also. But Amritsari kulcha was initiated in India 200 years back. It was started from Amritsar. That's why it is believed that it should get GI tag, which was that is known as, and that's why Amritsar is known as kulcha capital of India. Now it's not important ki which particular city is known as kulcha capital, but recently this product has been asked for GI tag, so it becomes important from examination point of view. Now, cicada, this is the particular animal, this is a particular insect which you will see is very important. Now, what is the khasiyat and what is the importance of this cicada? This cicada, the presence of this cicada shows that ki the area ka the geography hai, it work as a bioindicator. That means कि if cicada is present in any of the area, that means कि the environmental conditions are increasing or improving in that particular area. And why this cicada is seen as positively currently? Because Kerala mein, there was a time when the cicadas, they have left the various ponds and area of the cicada, of the Kerala. Now they are returning in the silent valley of cicada, silent valley of Kerala. So that's why this is one of the positive sign ki might be the situation and the environmental particular things are improving in basically Kerala in silent valley. That's why these cicadas are coming back. So these are the cicadas which create a voice, एक particularly आवाज रात को करती है. Whenever you visit to jungle or any particular areas at the night time, एक आवाज आती है आपको कर कर करके. We say that cricket है. So that kind of a thing, voice is also created by your cicada. So cicada is important from examination point. So what is the article? You will see Kerala Silent Valley National Park, a biodiversity hotspot in the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. that is UNESCO World Heritage Site, has recently reported the returns of cicadas. So this is very important. So cicada is a group of insect which is found majorly in warm and temperate biomes. This is very important, where they are found. Mainly they are found in the warm and temperate biomes across the world. They are known for their unique sound that is known as thimbles. Often used to attract mates. So वैसे they produce these particular voices, these particular noise क्या कह सकते हैं, voice कह सकते हैं, unique sound कर सकते हैं, that is actually created by them to attract the opposite gender for the mating. But yes, this is also one of the prominent feature that is known as thimbles, that is actually the voice, the sound they create. Thimbles, and they act as a bioindicator, which we have studied, which shows that the health of the ecosystem, that it reflects the health of the ecosystem. That means ki currently had reported they were actually moved out of this region because of the deforestation and the climate stress and the human interference, but now the particularly they are coming back to the area shows a positive sign. So this is the cicada. Now the second important thing from here is the Silent Valley National Park. So you can see this is the map of Kerala. So here you can see the Silent Valley National Park in this part of the Kerala. Here mehi Vembanad Lake was in news. So like on Friday we have discussed about the Vembanad Lake. Kerala time to time is in news, so chances are very high question can be asked from this particular region also. Then other national parks which are present here, then it's your Silent Valley National Park, Thadekad Bird Sanctuary, then you can see Iravikulam National Park, then Periyar National Park. These are the prominent particular places or the national park which you will see in this region. So if UPSC asks you from now north to south, which of the following national parks come first and second? So first you will see Silent Valley, then you can see Iravikulam, then you will see Thadekad Bird Sanctuary, and then you will see Periyar National Park. So this is the chronology of basically the national parks which is present in Kerala. Now here it is also one more important lake which is present, that is Ashtamuddi Lake. Ashtamuddi Lake, Vembad Lake, these are the particular important lake, culture lake present you will see in the Kerala region. So this is the particularly the other national parks important in this particular region, and these are the not only this is the, there are more national parks and wildlife sanctuary, but these are the major national parks which you will see in this region. Now it's located in the southwest corner of the Nilgiri mountain, where your western ghats and eastern ghats meet. At this point there is a Nilgiri, particularly whole jungle area and western ghat ka properly area, that is Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve, and it is also UNESCO World Heritage Site. So it present in the southwest side of your basically Nilgiri. That is the important factor which you will see. Now Silent Valley is located in the southern western corner of Nilgiri. Perennial river name Kunti Puza is the passing through this particular national park, and it get and meet finally into Bharatapuza river, merge with Bharatpuza river. So that's why the river culture of this area is also important. Perennial river name as Kuntipuza is actually flowing from this national park, and the second it finally meets into Bharatpuza in this Bharatapuza in the river, that actually Kuntipuza meets with Bharatpuza in this particular region. That's why this is the another important feature of Silent Valley which you will see. Now majority of the endangered species are present here. Tiger, macaw, then you can see lion-tailed macaw, tiger, gaur, leopard, wild boar, panther, Indian civet and sambar. These are the particular fauna and faunas which you will see which are present in the Silent Valley and which are endangered species. Yani ki we are highly working for the conservation of this particular species. Now the another thing, this area is also famous for the tribe. What are the tribe names? Irulas, Kurumkras, Kurumbas, Mudugas and Kutinakas. So these are the particularly tribes which you are see, the particular indigenous tribal group which are seen in this region, Irula, Kurumbas, Mudugas and Kutumanakars. So these are the particular indigenous tribe which you will see. That's why this region is important. Now you can see what is this. This is your opium. opium, the poppy. Now why this is particularly news, we have discussed a lot ki we have golden triangle and golden crescent, we are sandwiched between golden triangle and golden crescent. Why? Because these particular countries are growing illegally the opium, which is actually affecting the other part of the country. But India is also growing opium. India is the only state in the world that is actually giving a legal permission to grow opium in our country, and this is your opium that is used for the drugs making, and specifically we are using this opium for the medicinal properties, for the making of the medicines. So why this opium production is in news? So annual licensing policy for opium cultivation is announced under the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Rules 1985. So whatever the thing related to the consume, related to the growth, related to the use of the particularly drugs is actually tackled or is actually looked under the act that is known as National Psychotropic Substances Act, Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, which was established in 1985. We have already discussed about this act prior, but now we will going to discuss about what are the things related to the growing of opium in our country. So India is the world's only country which is legally producing opium gum for the medicinal and the scientific purpose under your Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act in 1985, and it is actually strictly regulated by the authority which is known as Central Bureau of Narcotics, that is a CBN, and which is under Department of Revenue, that is under Ministry of Finance. Now every state is actually permitted to grow opium. Answer is no. Only few states, only 3 states are actually permitted to grow opium in certain with lot of terms and conditions, that is your Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. So MP, Rajasthan and UP are the specific notified tracts. Now you will say we have studied कि northeast में भी ये होता है. Northeast में opium is grown but illegally. It is not legally allowed by the government. So the growing of opium is not only restricted to only these 3 states. People are growing opium in different parts of the state also, but they are not growing it legally. Legally it is allowed only with the permission of the government and only with lot of terms and conditions with these 3 states, only in these 3 states, that is MP, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. An individual, the farmer, has to register itself under your Narcotics, Drug and Psychotropic Substances under Act, and all the terms and conditions, all the particularly movement of that farmer will be tracked, and if something suspicious will be fined, the criminal charges and criminal actions can be taken against him. So that is the actually important, you will say. Now what are the conditions? Farmers must obtain a license each year. So it's a yearly license renewal program. So if UPSC asks you it's a 6-month license renewal program, answer is no. Yearly it's a license renewal program. Every year farmers who are actually growing opium in these particular 3 states, they have to take or they have to revive their license in every year. Required to achieve a minimum qualifying yield, yani ki you have to actually show कि हाँ this much area has a qualitative quantity, वहाँ पे we can grow. More than that or less than that में then you become the matter of question कि is there any suspicious activity or thing which you are doing जिसकी वजह से the particular field you have said that कितना ही I will grow, उसमें कुछ ना कुछ आपका दिख रहा है. Now entire produce must be tendered to CBN, that is your Central Bureau of Narcotics, and government fixes procurement price. Government will fix the procurement price. Every authority is actually done by the government. So this is the article which was related to the legal growing. Now see this beautiful lady which is present on the screen. So she is a very beautiful and a very kind of a graceful lady which you can see on the screen, but there is a jhol which is present in this particular lady. Now what is the problem with this beautiful lady actually posing like this? So actually this is not a proper human being. She is AI or a robot. Okay? So what is the importance of this robot and why this beautiful lady suddenly turned out to be a transformer? Now the thing is that Albania has become the first nation to appoint an AI generated minister tasked with tackling corruption. So she is a minister who has been appointed by basically Albania because of the conditions, beta, because of the geographical conditions, because of the restriction, because of the lot of terms and condition, because it required, क्योंकि जब when you grow opium, it is not only कि जैसे if you grow basically rice and if you basically grow wheat, तो उसकी वजह से the land is not like particularly the land is not affected, but when you grow opium, so it is also affecting the land, the आसपास का water, मतलब it is also contaminating the other parts of the land, the other features which are associated with the land. That's why the opium का production is limited to certain area, and उसके आसपास भी make sure कि there are no such major water sources, because chances are high that they will also get contaminated. So these are the major factors why only these limited particular things are allowed. Now the AI generated, and this is one of the very important step which has been taken by Albania, and India should also work for it. India is also have made Vayomitra, who will go actually before your Gaganyaan mission, when these particular individual human will go to the go to space for the fulfilling this Gaganyaan. Before that, Vayomitra will go to space and look after the condition that is suitable, or what are the terms and conditions, and what could be the possibility. Yeah, still we need, like, we will have a 1 year of gap. If there is some if and buts, we can work on it. So same, we have developed it for space perspective, and Albania has developed is for your tackling the corruption. So Albania Prime Minister, that is Edi Rama, announced the digital minister to his cabinet, and it is known as Diela. Why Diela? Because in Diela, Albania, Diela means sun, and it is seen as an opportunity ki now, because she is AI generated, like doing any kind of corruption or any kind of dhandlebazi will not be actually, matlab human mein there are chances of error, human can actually go for the bribery, human can take bribery, but in this point of view, AI generated individual or particularly this machinery or this machine learning system will, chances are very less that करप्ट, मतलब करप्ट होने का मतलब क्या है कि इसका सिस्टम ही करप्ट हो सकता है, ये खुद नहीं करप्ट होगी. सो दैट्स व्हाई दे आर यूजिंग इट टू रिड्यूस करप्शन इन द गवर्नमेंट अथॉरिटीज. So the digital assistance and named Diela, meaning son, has been given responsibility of taking all decisions related to public tenders, making them 100% corruption free. So this is very positive step which you will see which has been taken, and India should also work in future in this. India should also learn in future from this particular initiative which you will see has been taken by Albania. Now let us see how much this is positively will going to affect the corruption system of Albania. Now the next article, this is also one of the important article from Indian agriculture point of view. You can see here ki bhai how AI or thing has been used. So Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare announced and launched a first of its kind AI powered monsoon forecasting initiative, sending SMS based alerts to 3.8 CR farmers across 13 states for Kharif planning. Yani ki these particular, the initiative that is also known as M Kisan or your M Kisan, Mobile Kisan, or SMS based alert system. Under this they want to make sure कि भाई if like IMD and all the particular ministries which are looking for the monsoon and the movement of monsoon, they will actually work, they are collaborating together and they are looking for if they realize कि देख chances are very high, जैसे recently your IMD has said that chances are very high that this La Nina, there are two geographical phenomena, El Nina and La Nina, and whenever there is a La Nina, that year lot of rainfall can be seen in the countries, and including summer, like winters are also believed they will be more bone chilling as compared to the earlier winters. So already you have seen lot of barrish or lot of rainfall has been faced by majority of the states of India, and including your Rajasthan and the state which were once a drought and the desert areas. So they have also faced this particularly monsoon wala system. Now government has said that, now these authorities have said that chances are very high that this La Nina might revert in from September to November. That means chances are very high कि between September to November again the northern part of the India will face the rainfall system or the rainfall. Heavy rainfalls can be faced in by the northern part of the India. So we are still waiting. Government has said that कि chances है. Now हाँ, अभी तो नॉर्मली वी आर प्रिपेयर्ड कि चलो ठीक है, हो सकता होगा देख लेंगे, बारिश हो जाएगी, बट वी आर नॉट डायरेक्टली इफेक्टिंग विद इट. हु आर द इंडिविजुअल्स हु आर डायरेक्टली इफेक्टेड बाय इफ दिस लानीना विल गोइंग टू रिवर्ट इज द फार्मर्स. Already you can see the situation of Punjab, Himachal, Uttarakhand and the some part of UP, Bihar, Rajasthan. Already farmers are suffering. So अब जैसे this particularly advisory has been given or the particular kind of opinion has been given by IMD कि चलो chances are there La Nina will going to revert from your September to November. So now the particularly e-SMS will going to send, we will send to all the particular farmers, 3.8 farmers of the 13 state कि chances हैं कि आगे ऐसा होने वाला है. So आप लोग उस हिसाब से अपनी तैयारी कर लीजिए. So that's why this is kind of a early warning system which has been generated to actually make sure कि farmers are ready, prepared for the climatic and the monsoonal effects which we're going to see from the future point of view. So the first of its kind government initiative using artificial intelligence AI to deliver monsoon forecast via SMS, that is known as M-Kisan, directly to the farmers. It will cover 3.8 CR farmers, 13 state, focusing on Kharif crop planning and the risk reduction. Developed by Ministry of Agriculture and Family Welfare, collaboration with Development Innovation Lab, India Precision Development. What is the objective? Early warning. Early warning doge so they can work, mitigate, or early, they can work early, like they can prepare for that situation early so that risk mitigation can be done. Decision support will be given to the all the farmers. Farmers will be held by the government authorities, by the government, subsidies and lot of ज्ञान के साथ साथ subsidies and पैसा will also be allotted to them. Then climate resilience so that we can actually prepare our crop climate resilient. Why this is also the concern for India? कि 60% of the Indian crop is depend on the monsoon. So this is also the problem, but now monsoon is the one which is affecting the climates and the crop of the country. So that's why with this early preparedness, with the early warning system, the farmers will be prepared and they can plan their growing and they can switch their crops accordingly. So that is also the particular thing which you will see. So it will going to strengthen the adaptive capacity to climate change, induce vulnerability or variability in the country. This is also the important aspect of this M-Kisan, under which the farmers will be, like this is important. If UPSC asks you this M-Kisan will be applicable to all the particular state and UTs, answer is no, only 13 states and UTs. And like this is the thing, or kitne hai, all the particular farmers, like 3.8 farmers are involved, and early warning system will be given so that they can mitigate for the risk development accordingly. So this is the important particular initiative. Now over 107 people have died following a whaleboat fire on the Congo river recently. So from here Congo, ab UPSC can ask you about the news, then it's like कि ठीक है 107 लोग मर गए because of the whaleboat fire हो गई कहाँ, Congo river में. But Congo river is very important from examination point of view because this is one of the river which actually present in the Africa, southern part of the Africa, and it is very important for the geography of the southern part of the Africa. It is also known as Zaire river. So you can see Pura majorly this is one of the kind of a largest river in the particular region. So that's why this is very important river from examination point of view. So Congo river, also known as Zaire river, is a river in the west of the Africa. You can see the lower side of the Africa. Then with the length of 2,900 miles, that is 4,700 kilometers, it is the continent's second longest river after Nile. So two rivers of this particular continent was in use, Nile, Blue Nile, which we have discussed because of the dam has been created, and the second is because second is your Congo river, which is in use. So yes, this time the river system and the geography of Africa becomes important from paper point of view. It is also the world's second largest river by discharging volume after Amazon river. That means after Amazon, the river which is discharging lot of water in this ocean is basically after Amazon is your Congo river. It is also the world's deepest river with a maximum depth of 720 feet, that is 220 meter, too deep for light to penetrate, and it is the only major river that crosses the equator twice. यहाँ पे you will see it is crossing the equator twice. So this is also important river जो you will see from examination point of view. So that's all for this particular article. So lot of important articles which we have discussed today. So I'm ending the particular session. It's already 12:03. Circa session will going to start. Hope so you have understood the articles. Tomorrow we will come with lot articles and more important articles from examination point of view.